this is Melissa. I'm going to do a cut video from last night's soap, which is Oatmeal Milk and Honey. As you can see, I have 2 bars here. This was a 4-pound batch that I split more or less roughly in half. And on this side, this is the scented one. I used the Oatmeal Milk and Honey Sibylla from Brambleberry. Out of the bottle, it had a very cherry almond kind of smell. It has now mellowed a bit, and it smells more like cherry and honey. It smells pretty good. It's sweet, a little synthetic sweet, but I expect it to mellow out as it cures just because it mellowed so fast during solidification. On this side, this is the unscented side, and I really, really love the way this smells. This smells so clean and wholesome. That's the only way I can describe it. You can smell the oats in there, you can smell the honey in there. It makes you want to eat it, and it smelled so much like oat and honey that I was like, you know what? You know what smells like this? The Nature Valley granola bar, oat and honey. And so I actually went and bought some of those granola bars and compared the smell, and the oat and honey granola bar is a little bit sweeter. Oh, sorry, that's my oven. I'm going to see Papa Soap here real quick. Anyway, this is, it smelled so sweet. The granola bar was just a little bit sweeter, but not so sweet that this couldn't pass for that same smell. If you don't have the Nature Valley granola bars, you're missing out. They're delicious and yummy and smell like this soap. Now, the interesting thing is I actually did put these to bed last night because I decided I wanted to gel them, and they weren't really gelling. Now, they look like they're roughly the same color, so I hope that the scented one did gel all the way through, although I do expect it to only be a partial gel. This one gelled all the way through. And there's a little bit of a wet spot on the top of these. I'm not really sure what that is, but we're going to find out as we cut into it. Hopefully they didn't overheat too much. Anyway, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to set my camera up to cut these, and we'll see what they look like inside. See you soon. Okay, so we're back, and I discovered that my battery or my memory on my phone was full, so I didn't record the second part of the video. So I was talking to you all about these beautiful soaps, and there was no recording, but I didn't see it until I went to pick up my phone and check my video. So anyway, I'll just show you real quick what we have. On this side, these 6 slices here, and these end slices. Here's one end slice, and here's the other end slice. That I thought that this one had only partially gelled, but it seemed like it gelled all the way through, or most of the way through. This one has a little bit lighter around the edges, but it's so close that I'm like, probably when it oxidizes you won't even be able to tell. But every single one of these came out really well. They have a nice rustic feel on the edge. There's a little soda ash, barely, but just some on the top. And they gelled all the way through, and they're really nice. On this side, we have the unscented soaps. There's 4 of these. It is a smaller bar. My measurements weren't quite even. And I only have 1 air hole in the whole batch, or 2 air holes in the whole batch. I'm really excited about that. And this one, I can't help it. The unscented one just smells so good. So, I mean, I guess you can't even call it unscented. You would just call it, you know, no added scent, because it does have a scent, and it's wholesome and yummy and delicious and goodness, and I love it. So I think from now on I'm not even going to bother to get the oatmeal milk and honey scent. I'm just going to use unscented if I make the soap again, because it's just good just the way it is. And that's it. Unscented, scented. I was saying that my cuts are still not quite even. I have a soap cutter. You guys have probably seen the plans for this one. Mine is kind of homemade. It's not entirely even. The ends are splitting from the screws. It is plyboard. But it cuts mostly even, and it was free. So it's going to do fine for me now until I get some money to get a real cutter. I want a wire cutter. Probably not the tank, but probably the tank style.